Hello everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Small Business Management at Ozarka College. Today what I'd like to do is give you just a little bit of feedback on the chapters 5 and 6 activities that I finished grading last week. And I also need to remind you to keep working on your semester project, so we'll talk about that. And then we've also got our next set of activities for chapters 7 and 8. That I'll tell you about, and our midterm exam coming up next week as well. All right, so the first thing is, like I said, I did finish grading our last set of activities last week. That was chapters 5 and 6 that were due last week, and I finished grading those. So if you haven't already gone in and looked at your grades for those activities, go ahead and do that as soon as you can, and pay special attention to the grading comments. And read those carefully. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Most of you did well on the chapters 5 and 6 activities. I did notice there were a couple of you that didn't really put much effort into certain parts of the assignment, especially the tables that I had you complete that are going to be part of your semester project. Just keep in mind that the more time and effort that you put in on the front end as you're doing your assignment and completing portions of your semester project with your assignment, the less you're going to have to do later on in the semester when you're putting the finishing touches on your semester project and submitting it for a grade. So you really want to try to put as much time and effort as you can into completing your assignments because remember that as you're completing your assignments, you're also completing portions of your semester project as well. All right? And if you have any questions about anything, just let me know and I'll be glad to help you. Like I said, overall, most of you did well. There are just a few of you that need to just put a little bit more time and effort in. On the discussion that we had that was related to Amazon's customer service, I thought that went very well. I really appreciate everyone's participation on the discussion. I really enjoyed reading everyone's comments and making my own comments as well. So hopefully you learned from that. You learned to kind of apply the concepts that we're learning about customer service to a real world scenario. So hopefully that helped you. And then the chapter test, most of you did well on that. Just as a reminder, though, you can take those tests as many times as you want to up until the due date, and your highest grade is automatically recorded. All right, so that brings us to what we've got coming up due next. So if we go to the activities page in my Ozarka, right now we're on the beginning portion of week 8 of the semester. And we don't have anything due this week, but we do have work due the first day of next week. So specifically, we've got the chapter 7 and 8 assignment and test, both due by Sunday, March 8th. All right, so that's this coming Sunday. So we've got a little bit less than a week to be working on chapter 7 and 8 activities. Now, there is no discussion assigned for chapter 7 and 8, and I did that really on purpose so that you won't have as much work to do this week while you're also preparing for your midterm exam, which we'll have next week. So just kind of keep that in mind. So we've got, again, the chapter 7 and 8 assignment and test, both due by Sunday, March 8th, and then our midterm exam is available from March 9th through the 11th, all right, which is Monday through Wednesday of next week. And I will be sending out more information about the midterm exam. I'll post it on the announcements page. I'll also send you a course mail that will give you more specific information about the midterm exam. So be looking for that later this week. And let me go back to chapter 7 and 8 very quickly here and tell you what we're going to be covering in chapter 7 and 8. In chapter 7, We're going to be looking at startup, fixed, and variable cost, which are very critical to understand for any business, but especially a small business. Also in Chapter 7, you're going to learn about how to calculate and manage startup cost, the importance of cash reserves, calculating the payback period. You're going to learn about fixed and variable cost, operating cost, and then towards the end of the chapter, you will learn about the importance of keeping good financial records, which is very critical in a small business. All right? And then Chapter 8, you're going to kind of take what you've learned in Chapter 7 and apply it to creating financial statements. You're going to learn how income statements are created and the parts of an income statement. Also about balance sheets and the parts of a balance sheet. And then also in Chapter 8, towards the end of Chapter 8, you will learn about various financial ratios that are used to kind of measure the quality of a business and the health of a business financially. Okay. All right. So that's Chapter 7 and 8. So be working on that. Again, that's due Sunday, March 8th. And then, again, the midterm exam is going to be available from March 9th through the 11th, which is Monday through Wednesday of next week. Like I said, I'll be sending out some more information about that later this week. So I don't really have anything else for you for today. So just continue working on your semester project. Be working on these activities that are due, and be preparing for your midterm exam. And I will talk to you next time. Thank you.